Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Just came across this channel. This is the debut, the day where I will start a series about making my first 1 million South African rand. What I will say, what a brave stance which I've taken. I believe I can make 1 million. I can be worth 1 million rand given a year. I can be worth 1 million rand given a year of operating. As an entrepreneur, I can make 1 million. If I made 1 million, I've never done so. If I made a significant thing in my life, I've never done so. My goal in life was to be a millionaire by this age at 30. Turned out this year I turned 30. Am I a millionaire? No. But I still believe that one can be a millionaire. If a few things are done. So those things will be enforced through as I do this series. It's going to be a series the whole year. I've started my year quite early in December. Today is the 7th of December 2024. Disclaimer to family and friends, they might think that I'm crazy, but I still believe this can still help me achieve what I want and can also help someone out there to achieve what they want. So what I'm going to do in this series is I'm going to do a few things. I'm going to shoot weekly episodes showing you what I am doing each and every day, or mostly key events during the week, goal setting, I'm tracking those goals, and also financial goals, I'm tracking them. So I've started this journey quite a number of years ago, and fortunately enough, I've tried to document a few things in my life. This is my first diary. You can see how torn is it, but I'm proud to be carrying it up until today. I've been quite serious with the issue of goals, and of interest to make this video interesting today. I got this diary around 2016. That's quite a while ago, quite a long time ago. By this time, I was still in custody of my parents, so there was a lot of limits. Mainly because I grew up in a setup where we were running a family business. So I had to at this point, I had to also contribute in the family's business. And it came to a point that I was the guy almost, you can say in an African setup, there is the guy now who almost all normal household stuff would be leaning upon. So at this point but something remarkable happened when I got this diary. I discovered a field called network marketing. Network marketing is something which I will also be doing. This year, I think I'll be doing some form of network marketing. Why? Because I believe network marketing opens someone's eyes. A lot of people fail. I've also failed in network marketing, mind you, but it gives you that hope. It gives you that exposure to business, how business is hard. So that's the other thing. So I got this book from one guy who was mentally challenged, was mentally crippled. I waylaid him out of his diary. He had what can I call a very a good thing of having stuff which are valuable. But so the year was 2014 for this diary, and he happened to have a new diary. So I waylaid it out of him. Since I've heard about his funeral, may his soul rest in peace, was a darling to almost everyone. He was not like your typical crazy guy. He had his own style, and part of it was so entertaining. So it still contains his scribbles. I sent a snap to my other classmates the other time, and they were so shocked to see his handwriting was unique, as my handwriting is so unique. So I say a lot of stuff. I would document my mainly my affirmation to my faith. I'm a Christian, and also on this channel I will also be very keen on my religion, because I do believe entrepreneurship needs a base, and to me, religion is my locus of control. So if you're not a religious fanatic, you can still benefit. But to me, religion is key. You'll see why as we go. So I have, and also my quotable quotes as I was reading. This is from this famous book. It's called what? It's called what? That book by I forgot the name, but it's quite I will see if. So the quotable quote says, "Silence is not ignorance. Working quietly and equipping yourself without drama is not stupidity." So you can see that the journey started quite a long while ago. Entrepreneurship has been almost in me for quite a long while ago. You can see as far as 2016, this is a project plan for a gardening project. I hope my camera is good. For a gardening project which I was planning is 2015, 25 April 2015. I planned my project here, and I still quite remember, because of this book, I had to wake up at 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. I will highlight or take snaps of these to water those plants. Since I was working during the day on the family's business, so I had to water those plants. So if I can't make that million, I would be showing you this stuff. Why am I? If I can't make a million, I think I'm doing a disservice to me, because I've done the hard work. I've paid the price of the hard work. I would still wake up at 2 a.m. and do what I jotted down here. So I know the results that come from consistency and discipline. So the other reason for this is I'll be enforcing discipline on myself, and I'll be accountable to the audience of this YouTube channel. So by the end of everything, the goal, as I go, you will see the goals being set, and also discipline, enforcing discipline on myself. I go with the diary. I did quite a lot of projects, most of which were disturbed. I also wrote a 5-year plan from 2016 to 2020, which achieved quite a number of things. I wouldn't be privy to name all the stuff, but I can still see some of the things, some of the achievements I did. Like, I grew up in a village, so things like having a bank account or registering a business were quite some of the things which were very, very, very hard. But from a village, I managed to get a bank account, and up to now, I've even registered a business, my first business. So I know I've been working this journey of being an entrepreneur, and I believe that given a year, if someone is serious, they can still make $1 million. So I've gone to the public and the battle starts now. So this week, what's on offer, what's on plan? This week, I've already written my next year, my resolutions for the coming year. I will be showing them on the screen. Part of my resolutions is in January. I should change where I stay. If not January, if I fail January, I should be gone by February. Why? The reason one, environment. I don't think this environment makes me concentrated as I would want. Two, I'm really vulnerable to crime. Something anytime can happen to me. Three, I'm really also so vulnerable to mob justice and maybe a crossfire, maybe gang violence might occur. And but as long as you are in South Africa, obviously you are vulnerable. But it's not as that bad as portrayed in the media if you are outside South Africa. But I do believe that South Africa is a very good opportunity for a good environment for entrepreneurs to succeed. I can call it the South African dream. It's quite conducive for you to be an entrepreneur and succeed. Okay, so part of my goals, as I was going through the goals, obviously is to make $1 million by the end of the year. Mainly, I can say to create a company that's valuable at 1 million rand. So my company, I won't mention the name for obviously confidentiality's sake, but I hope as I grow it, obviously now it's still vulnerable to a lot of things, but as we go, you begin to know the company. I'll be sharing even the financial information so that I keep myself accountable. Part of the other goal is to first create to be in control of my locus of control. That's the religion. So from today, the 7th, today I've fasted. And also I have a very bad habit that I have, which I have to fight. That habit has repeated itself today. As we go, as I conquer it, I will be able to tell you what's the habit. The other thing is a third one. One should have a wife. So I'm committing that after I meet this financial goal, may God guide me to find someone good. I'm already obviously, or as a human being, obviously in contact with a few other people in regards to that. So, but I do believe that I can still pull it off. As you know, in Africa, you have to pay bride price and stuff, and also to have a family. A family with a good financial ground. So I'm committing as the man to go into the hunt, and by believe by year end next year, I haven't promised my aunt that by year end next year I'll be having a family. So that's another thing. There's a lot of pressure from all over. The other thing which I'm privy of is, during such a journey, there would be setbacks, there would be sicknesses around family, there would be things which need me to attend. Sometimes it might be cut short, but I will try as much as possible to keep the channel vibrant, to keep going, to keep myself accountable. You can see even the camera is not good, but as we go, through, you'll see things improving. If they are improving, if I'm indeed working, what I believe is if you are disciplined enough and if you follow your goals, you can indeed achieve. The other goal for the year, obviously, is to leave my bad habits, definitely, and to be grounded on Christian beliefs quite strongly, which means if my church declares a fasting, a 21-day fasting, I will not dodge. I will still do that, and also do my own programs. Then the next thing would be for the year, I have in my company setup, I have around 6 projects which I'm doing, making up the core of the company. The plan is to make them subsidiaries, a big parent company with 6 subsidiaries that are feeding into it. And I will just share, not share the company names for confidentiality's sake, just at the start. But as I grow them into big reputable company, also make them non-vulnerable to other issues. If they are out of the stage, I will then be good with sharing with you. So as of now, what I'm afraid of, even conflict of interest, but I don't think that will be there. I am a digital marketer. I most of it I self-taught myself to do digital marketing and earned a few certificates. I've been involved in quite a number of projects. So digital marketing, I even have a company in digital marketing is providing the majority of the income, but I'm going out to bring other income sources so that it sustains, complements the bigger vision, thereby contributing to the million goal. So be that as it may, the other goal is to, as I said, shifting by February. I'm also writing books. I'm also studying a certificate in accounting. So the plan is by the end of this month, I should be done with that accounting course. I'm also doing a course in computer science, which I believe by the end of the year is quite a long course. But let me say by the end of this month also, I should be done with the fundamentals. So those are 2 goals. I will write them down, and also I will write a book on how I made my first million. So which will be made by some of these videos. I want someone in future, or my kids or my clan, to know that it's quite possible and they can go out there and also conquer is what I did. That's the main goal. I know I'll be vulnerable to attacks. I'll be vulnerable to a lot of things, but I'm willing to walk through that journey and to offer that sacrifice to prove to someone that it's indeed quite possible. So YouTube will be part of my revenue, obviously, from the digital marketing point of view. So I encourage you to subscribe and click that bell notification, because it's obviously a series. I will be motivating people. I would be encouraging people, taking questions, answering your questions. I don't claim to know everything, but I believe that I can motivate someone. A guy from the village, now sitting, my story is quite, I don't want to make this about me, about my story, but the guy sitting here has been in deeper places. I know there are people who have gone in deeper places more than me. I've been in mines. I've been in a mine. I've seen poverty. I know the worst side of poverty, the darkest possible side of poverty, imagine, especially the African poverty is quite poverty. And if God wills, there is a time when I will visit my hometown, my home place. I will show you some of the places I've been. I'm willing to buy a camera. If you can donate, it's still possible. I'll also share affiliate links. I think even on the website Self-Made, I've even made a website, selfmademillionaires.co.za. You can follow that. I've also got a way to make a podcast to help people to achieve their goals and to keep, if possible, we will have also a community where we keep each other accountable, because the way to be out of this is accountability and discipline. Nothing else. Not being what I want to achieve. The only limit was me. Why? Because I wasn't disciplined and accountable. I'm willing to, even if to work the whole night, if it's quite possible, to give, to offer the sacrifice of what I want to achieve. Obviously, after a car will be possible, after shifting, if I can have some car for mobility, that would be nice. And then the other goal is to visit, obviously, my parents, also to fitting into that locus of control. It's been quite a long without seeing my parents. I think from an African point of view, that fits also into my religion. So I will make sure that sometime around before March or before winter, I pay my parents a visit. At that juncture, I think I will be able to show you some of the places where I've been and where I'm from. That being said, I think those are some of the things. I don't want to make this a bit long. As we go, I'll be sharing some of the goals for the month, goals for the week. This week, what we want to do, I have 2 projects pending, and I think I want to gather money for securing. I know the coming month companies are closed by the coming week, and obviously January there will be no much revenue from anyone. I'm currently running in my digital marketing business. I have a website hosting company or division, so that gives me passive revenue, which chips in, especially in terms of emergencies like this when companies are closed. So I do believe so. I have to work those 2 projects. For today, I have to design a website. Tomorrow it should be ready so that the deposit can be deposited. The whole week I'll be working on that website so that I get the full amount. That full amount, I plan to send some of it to my brother, some of it to my mother who is going home, while he's also keeping some for rentals for the next month, and also keeping some is running other projects for marketing, especially Google Ads, Facebook Ads. So I'll be showing you some of the stuff doing Facebook Ads, doing Google Ads, and how I achieve some of the things. The other thing for the week is I've started writing my book, a political book, obviously, and started this channel. That's the goal. I've been thinking about this, and now it's time. Let's do it. I hope it's quite possible. Bye-bye. See you next time or next week.